Irish Media Network. We entertain.
Where the scratch you're watching about last night.
Get right up here.
It's About Last Night, the show that showcases the best gigs around Ireland. The Scratch are on tour and are in Galway, where they're chatting to our boy Joe in the Roisín Dubh. Andrew's up in Belfast with DJ duo Loco and Jam. And we, the Dublin team, are here at Wigwam, where Soraya's chatting to Horse Meat Disco.
Thanks a million, Kellyanne, and I'm here with Horse Meat Disco. How are we?
We're very well, thank you.
So you've been in Dublin before, you've played here before. Yeah. So tell me why you like coming back here and what the Irish crowd is like.
The crack, obviously.
Yeah,
it's good, right?
Yeah, it is.
There you go. Good. So yeah, no, we love coming to Dublin. It's one of our, we play here a lot.
Everyone takes their taps off.
The taps off.
Taps off is a big thing. We like that. Yeah, we love playing in Dublin.
They seem to love us, so you know.
Yeah, we do.
Why wouldn't you not want to come back and play to people who love you?
Of course. So tell us a little bit about Horse Meat Disco. How did you form? How did you come about?
Well, it was, how many years now? 16 years ago, 15, 16 years ago. It started like how anyone wants to start a new club, think that, that what's on offer isn't good enough and you want to do something to kind of switch it up a bit. So that's what we did. We were sort of four guys who shared a love of disco music and, in all its different forms, and thought that, that would be something good to have at a party. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of where it really started from.
Okay. And where did the name come from?
The name, so because you can Google this. I mean, I think I've done it in every interview I've ever done. But basically, it was a stack of newspapers, and the headline was "Horse meat discovered in salami." But as it was a stack, it was kind of covered over. So all I saw was Horse Meat Disco. I thought that is a really good name for a party.
No, I've got nothing else to add.
Perfect. And come here, so you've played in some amazing parties and some amazing festivals. Do you have any highlights or any little stories you want to tell us?
I come originally from a little village near where the Glastonbury Festival is, so I love playing at Glastonbury every year. Been playing there since we started being a part of the NYC Down Low, Block 9. The sort of like the gay club at Glastonbury, so I'm very proud to always be a part of that, and that's kind of like the big highlight of my year, I think.
And for yourself?
For me, well, DJing in New York, we have a residency in New York, so playing disco in New York is like going to the where disco was invented. It's like taking calls to Newcastle, but that for me has been an amazing experience to be able to like play disco in New York, and we have a residency.
I'd love to see us in New York.
Super fun to party in New York.
I'd say so. And tell us a little bit about your residency in London, isn't it?
Yeah, we've been going for, I think it's 16 years now. I mean, after that amount of time, you really do lose track of how many years you've been doing it.
You must have only been 10 when we started then.
I know. I've aged so much in 10 years. That's what nightlife does to you. We do it every Sunday.
Eagle London in Vauxhall. Yeah.
Okay.
Every Sunday, we've been doing it for the past 16 years, and it's still going.
What happens then, like at your shows? Like, what's the atmosphere like?
It's a party in a pub, on a Sunday night. It's not like you're not going to Studio 54 or whatever, but there's a spirit and there's an energy. Sometimes it feels a bit like a community drop-in centre, but that's kind of part of the joy. It's what it is.
You do have a community kind of base,
definitely, of course, yeah.
We have all types of people go, and it's a disco pub. It's nice and friendly. It's relaxed. It's fun.
Can I come and visit?
Of course you can. Yeah,
absolutely.
Connor's there every week, isn't he? Connor from here.
Yeah, from Body Tonic. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, come here. Tell us what's happening for the next coming months. Obviously, the summer's rolling in.
Well, there's a lot of bank holidays, and bank holidays are always sort of like the big one at the club. That's when it's like packed to the rafters. Like queues around the block from the start and stuff. So when's the next one? Easter, I guess, is going to be the first one. Then there's one in May, and there's I think you guys get way more bank holidays than we do.
We do like really 3 in the summer.
It really sucks. So we're gonna we'll be doing that, and
we've got a lot of gigs coming up, a lot of festivals.
We're everywhere.
Yeah.
There's so many festivals happening over the summer this year. Just festival is
Thank
just.
God. I mean, like, I think you know, I'm not blowing our own trumpet, but I think we're pretty suitable for festivals, really.
Course,
so
of
you know,
course.
we get to see a lot of them.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, come here. Look, I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for chatting to us. It was really, really nice. And enjoy your gig later on here in Wigwam.
Thank you.
Cheers. See you later. Over to you, Joe. Bye, bye, bye.
Thanks a million, Saraya. Now tonight, folks, I'm back in the Roisín Dubh, and beside me are one of the most exciting bands in Ireland right now, Scratch. Lads, thanks a million for sitting down, mate.
How are you, Joe?
And I promise I'm not just saying that because Doc here is the editor of this show. Swear to God, it's all genuine. I'm only joking. No, that's pretty much. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's pretty much it. No, but genuinely, I've been listening to the album that you've just dropped, the whole buzz. If you haven't caught it yet, it's on Spotify. Check it out directly after the show. It's unbelievable. Genuinely, lads, the first thing that strikes you is the tempo. It's so fast-paced, so much energy. The guitar work is unreal, and the lyricism is very unusual but brilliant. It ties in really. No, it does. It's really kind of anarchic, but it's brilliant. Talk to me about the creative process. There's a lot of moving parts. Who does what?
Generally, the tunes that we end up recording are ones that we've jammed out in the practice room, and they're songs that come together within an hour, like the likes of Old Dog. Literally came out of us in about 20 minutes to half an hour. I just happened to have. Yeah.
Do you prep like for writing an album, or does it come together?
No, we meet up. We try to meet up regularly to just have jams, whether it be for preparation for a gig or just to try and get a bit of a creative buzz going on. And generally, up until now, what's happened is every time the four of us are in a room, within an hour or two, if anyone has any idea, whether it be a lick or a lyric, a tune just generally.
Chemistry is good.
Yeah, it just works. It works, and we're trying not to overthink it too much and just roll with that because it's working, you know.
And can I ask you, like, you guys live together? Like, have you been jamming together as a foursome for a long time, or is it a more new kind of thing?
The Scratch is new together, but like myself, Lango, and Jorda, who live together, I've been playing with Lango since I was 16. I've never not been in a band with him. And then Jordo, I've played in bands with him for 6 or 7 years now as well. So the three of us have definitely been doing it a long time. But the Scratch is only the guts of 3 years. But the three of us, have been basically playing with each other since we can remember. So yeah.
And like, I suppose in that 3 years, particularly in the last 12 months, it's been very hectic. So just embarking on your first nationwide Irish tour, culminating in a sold-out Whelan's on Saturday, which is massive. Played with the Grand Social, sold out before Christmas. It's been a massive kind of 6 months to a year. What were the highlights for yourselves?
The headliners.
Yeah.
The headliners. Eamon, we took Eamon on as a sound engineer at the start of the summer last year, and he used to run gigs in the Grand Social, so he suggested, himself and Doc put a gig together for the first headliner in the Grand Social, and then we kind of took him on as a booker / manager. That's not really answering your question, but the Grand Social is one of the absolute highlights.
No, it was pretty much.
Absolute highlight,
Taking Amo on was definitely huge because
what does he bring to you?
he just brings a confidence when we show up to a venue. It's like, we know it's going to sound good. We know he understands what we're going for. And we're still very much trying to figure out what's happening on stage. It's like, but I think getting Amo on really like forced us to kind of figure that out as soon as possible. So since then, and then like Grand Social was amazing. That was kind of a highlight. And then we did Knockenstockin last summer at main stage, which was insane. Didn't know what we'd never really played a proper festival, and that was just wild.
Are you going back this year?
We are.
Nice. Eamon's been the highlight.
Eamon.
Eamon's been the fucking highlight. Yeah.
Shout out to Amo. Sound engineers don't get half enough credit these days. Fair play to you, lads. So the road stretches out in front of you. What do you have coming up? You were saying like you did Knockenstockin, you did EP, you did a lot of festivals last summer. Are you hitting the same circuit again?
Well, obviously we're tonight in Galway, Limerick tomorrow night, and then finishing in Whelan's, and then we're going to be announcing some more Irish gigs.
Go on, tell us.
We can't say anything yet, but they're going to be kind of next Christmas time, and then we're doing Knockenstockin, and then hopefully maybe a couple of other festivals, but like writing as well. We're going to write. Got the heads down this summer as well, so.
Fair enough. Look, my time's about to run out. Just from watching your videos and listening to your tunes, my expectation of the gig is that it's just going to be a mental, manic energy. Am I right?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're sticking around, Joe, yeah? Happy days, a few pints.
Are you coming on Saturday as well?
I won't be there on Saturday, unfortunately, but no, this doesn't come out in time for 10 people. But yeah, I certainly will. Thanks a million, lads. It will certainly be great crack. Unfortunately, you can't be here, folks, but I'm sure you will catch the boys in the festival circuit this coming summer, rather. Andrew, over to you in Belfast.
Thank you very much, Stu. I'm here with Loco and Jam, who are back on home soil tonight, getting ready to play Misfit in Thompson's. Thank you very much for joining me, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us, guys. Yeah.
So you guys are from Limavady and Ballykelly.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm guessing whenever you were coming up, there wasn't too much of a dance music scene or anything going on in those places. So how did you guys, what was your introduction to dance music, and how did that lend itself to you guys wanting to become DJs?
Well, there was a bit of kind of small scene in the town. You know, back then it was the old progressive house thing, Sasha, Digweed. But I went to Ibiza to live for the season when I was 18, and I got introduced to techno through Carl Cox's night. I seen Christian Varela and Carl Cox playing 4 decks, and I understood. I'd seen Lauren Garnier play for 8 hours, and I started to understand how techno was and how I started to understand techno. You know, I didn't really understand it before. I just thought it was this loopy kind of music and boring. But then when I seen DJs put records together, like Lauren Garnier, Christian Varela, Carl Cox, then I understood it. So when I come back to Limavady after the season, I says I want to start running my own techno nights.
Yeah.
And I started renting out a few bars, and I was booking all these local DJs that were playing prog, but I was the only guy playing techno.
Yeah.
But everybody said, "Oh, it's Jam," and he likes techno. So I brought Jam to one of my nights, and he was playing the exact same type of music I was playing. So we decided to go back to back, and I was like, Jesus, this is crazy. Like this little farming town of Limavady, and you have these 2 local boys playing this loopy techno music that nobody knew back then. Do you know what I mean? There was no drum code, there was no. So we decided, you know what, let's hook up together, get in the studio, make some music, and see where it goes. And we come up with the name Loco and Jam.
Yeah.
So.
Other side of my part of that story, man, would have been, he said more or less how we connected and stuff, but for me, starting off listening to dance music, how did I get into it, would have been, to be honest, I was nearly 8 years of age listening. My brother he's 4 years older than me.
Yeah.
So he was back in them days, he was listening to like Psy and Billman, and I don't know if you ever heard of these old DJs like X-Ray, you know, all these guys.
These were like old Irish hardcore DJs.
Big DJs and kind of Kelly's and stuff like. But I always remember listening in my room. We shared the same room, so he'd listen to this music. I would lie in bed listening to like DJ Psy and all this. Like I really like this kind of music, like, you know. And then he ended up getting a set of decks, and I was always like just loved the music and listening to him, and then just started to kind of get into it myself. And before I was 12 years of age, I was like learning how to mix and all that sort of thing. So the rest was kind of history.
So I read in an interview that you guys you rarely get the opportunity to play back home. A lot of your gigs are sort of throughout Europe and everything.
That was the case a while ago.
Or is that kind of changed recently?
That was an old interview actually.
Yeah.
You know, we did put that out, and then, you know what, Carl Hamilton from Lush and Portrush, he was one of the main guys that reached out for us. We were on tour in Argentina, and Carl sent me a message and said, look, I've got an idea for Lush. Carl at the time where they were booking a lot of EDM DJs for Lush and Portrush.
Yeah.
But he seen the way the scene, all the young kids were moving to that whole techno drum code thing, and Carl's a very smart, one of the best promoters in Ireland. I'll give him that. And Carl seen the way things are moving, he's seen that we were kind of up and coming, so he reached out to us and said, I've got this idea to start this mode party, and I'm wanting to make you residents, you'll have input to the party, and he says, let's come back, we'll have a coffee, which we did. We come up with the night. The first night was Marco Ferrone, Big and Dan. The second was Eats Everything, Luigi Madonna. Then we did the festival, which was Coil and Marco Ferrone. And then we did Alan Fitzpatrick, and then we have a couple of residence nights, and now like we're very privileged to be a part of the night. And now the plans that we know that he has is just crazy big, and we're just happy and privileged to be a part of it.
The thing is, for me anyway, man, Lush was my boyhood club.
And me also.
Yeah, Lush was actually my first ever night out. I was
for both of us.
16, but
for both of us, it was our. We were going there as kids, like looking up, thinking, "Can we got a first set of decks?" For me, playing decks, I had my deck set up in my grandparents' house. And I used to always play the decks, staring at like shitty wallpaper. I think dreaming that you were staring out at a crowd at Lush. That was my inspiration.
Dream as well.
You know, and then now that's the truth. But not only in Lush, but all over the world. So. Yeah.
So you guys have a release out in Misfit Music, drops today.
Today, Bounce to the Jack,
what else have you got planned for the rest of the year? Like in terms of releases, where are you guys gigging over the next couple of months? Where can people catch you if they want to go see you?
So basically, today is the Misfit remix, the Misfit release, which we have Bounce to the Jack, One Night in Chile, and a Harvey McKay remix. Next week, we have the first release on our own label, Edit, which is a collab between ourselves and Oscar L.
Okay, cool.
Madrid, who releases an Adam Bear's True Soul, Stereo, blah blah blah.
Amazing producer, man.
Amazing producer. Then we have our next Edit party on the 23rd. We are actually supposed to be in Germany next week, but they moved the date. But after that, we have our next Edit party Easter Monday. Then after that, we're in Zagreb in Croatia. Then we have a USA tour. We're playing New York. We're playing
Vegas. That's going to be incredible.
We're playing New York, Vegas, Atlanta, and
Canada as well.
Houston, Texas. We have an Australia Asia tour coming up. We have
an Asia, sort of like a residency with an Ibiza club.
Yeah, it's going to break soon anyway. But Christian Smith's doing his Tronic in Ibiza.
Okay.
We have 2 dates in Tronic Ibiza. We also have another EP in Tronic.
Yeah, that's right.
Christian Smith's label.
Yeah.
So man, we have
festival
busy
as well. Festivals, we have We Are Together festival again.
And Everton.
Everton,
which is going to be huge. Man, we've got.
There's another one down south as well.
Yeah, another secret big festival down south we can't announce yet, but
there'll be plenty of opportunities to catch us again.
100%.
Yeah, we've got loads coming up.
Plus, we've got our own parties in Mood again as well coming up. Rebook and stuff as well. Like so. Yeah, we're getting plenty of home tourist gigs as well.
Well, I want to thank you very much for joining me, guys. Really looking forward to the party later. Right now, we're going to link up with Kellyanne in Dublin.
Again, what another line of gigs we had for you this week on About Last Night. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And if you want us to cover any gigs in your area, let us know.